Tonight's show is sponsored by Queen Bee Cleaning Company. Queen Bee Cleaning Company services Wayne County and the surrounding areas within a 1-hour radius. Their services include residential cleaning, commercial cleanings, post-construction cleanups, move-ins and move-outs. Yes, they do the packing and cleaning for you. Real estate cleanings, deep cleans, event cleanups, window cleaning, interior, exterior, and screens, junk removal, and boat detailing. Yes, you heard that right, boat detailing. You can hire them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, one-time jobs as needed. It doesn't matter. They offer all natural cleaning options as well using chemical-safe products. All estimates are free. When you need to find a cleaning company, think Queen Bee, because when your environment is clean, you feel happy, motivated, and healthy. To contact them for all of your cleaning needs, call 570-229-3959 or email them at qbcleaningcompany@gmail.com.
All right, y'all, it's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of the NDT Podcast. I am Corey, and alongside me are my good buddies Aaron and Justin, who are a little preoccupied today. There's something big going on in the world of sports. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the big one, the big opener for golf here, it's going on today, right? What's this one called? I don't remember what this one's called.
The Masters.
Oh,
the Masters.
Augusta.
I want to play
it was
this course so badly.
I thought it was about to end right before show started, but you should have seen their reaction to a missed putt that would have sealed the deal. It was like almost identical. They were both in sync, one going this way and one going this way. It was beautiful. Who were you pulling for today in this?
Rory McIlroy would have won. That would have been his career Grand Slam. If
he's never won the Masters.
Won the Masters.
He still can though, right?
Yeah, they're in a playoff right now.
I hope he didn't
just
screw his mind up.
I was gonna say, you think he's in his own head now?
We're gonna find out in about 2 seconds when he hits this ball.
Yeah, but okay. So who were you pulling for from the start, or do you guys not? Do you just watch to enjoy, or
Bryson.
Like do you have favorites?
DeChambeau.
Where's the track? There it is. Nice shot.
So you guys are going to get some live commentary right off the jump here from these two.
I need those shoes.
They're fucking awesome.
I don't know if anybody else that watches golf. I check out highlights. I'll see results and whatnot, but I'm not as into it as these two are. I'd rather play than watch. It's one of those sports where I'd rather play than watch.
Normally me too, but this is the big one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Bryson now. He looks mad. I like his hat though.
That's the live hat. That's his live team.
And
I think
they're letting
the
him
Crushers.
They're letting him wear it on tour.
The Masters isn't PGA run.
Oh, it's not.
None of the majors are.
Oh, see that I didn't know. I thought it was all part of PGA.
Nope. The Masters isn't. I think.
What is it? What is it considered? In like
be.
an open invitational or something?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The U.S. Open's run by the USGA. The British Open's run by the RNA.
See, I mean, I've seen highlights on ESPN since I was a kid, and I never knew this. That's how little I've followed.
Well, that's
entire
because
life.
There's only ever been the PGA.
True, but if there's only ever been the PGA, then what's the deal with all of these? Is it just run? It's just run by that course, or like how does that work?
No, Live is a Saudi-based company that wanted a competitor for the PGA. I think they do 3-round tournaments. They have team-based events. They pay them a shitload of money.
It's always nice to have competition, and I think that's cool.
And they've taken some of the bigger names like Bryson DeChambeau, Phil Mickelson.
I think that
Brooks
lady
Koepka.
that lady that was interviewing him wanted to check out his shaft.
I think you almost got Justin.
You got him.
He was taking a drink.
You did say your thoughts.
Meet me on the ninth green at 9.
Aaron, we're walking 9 this year.
I don't care. That's fine. I got a bag with a strap, so I can do that now.
I wonder
Yeah, I
if
don't think you really. I mean,
it'll
I
make
don't
you
see it
play
being that much
smarter golf, so you're not walking all over the place.
different. It's supposed to be
Let's be real.
motivational.
We're going to be all over the place anyway. It doesn't matter.
That's true.
They're taking a long time to get to their second shot. Come on.
Dude, the weather the last couple of days is like a big fuck you to us, though.
Why is that?
Like Mother Nature like gave us golf at the end of March, and then beginning of April is like, ha ha, fuck you.
Yeah, that's true.
We got greedy.
Friday and Saturday
Got
were
out.
weird, man.
Got out 3 times in March.
Did you?
Yep.
Nice.
Haven't been able to get out since.
But that's snow overnight Friday into Saturday. I did not expect that, man, to stick to the roads.
I got rain.
Yeah, you guys got lucky over there. But over here, we got the snow. And it
Slush.
was,
Friday, by
Yeah.
the time I left work, the roads were dry.
dude, I on my way to work, the main roads weren't bad, but 652, let me tell you, going from Beach Lake to Honesdale, worst time I had driving all year. Worst time. It was the same thing back when I lived in town. It was an April storm that made it the worst travel for me. Like, it's just because it was so wet and heavy
That wet
and,
snow,
and
yep.
slushy, man. I couldn't keep myself straight on the road, man. I'm doing like 35 miles an hour and I'm getting pulled left and right. I had someone come up on me and try to go around me. They're sliding in the other lane going past me, and they just kept going. And I had that moment of I hate you, where I wanted to see them in a ditch on the side of the road a couple miles up. I was really hoping. Not damaging their car, not hurt physically. I want you stuck for being a dumbass. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see them stuck. Is that rude of me? Or is that normal?
No.
So they just said he's hitting an 8-iron, 157 yards.
What's up, Marissa? Marissa says her phone is dying. Aaron,
That's about normal, though.
are you
You're
home?
not normal, Aaron.
Ooh, it bounced
That's
over.
a pitching wedge for Aaron. It's a 9-iron for me.
Yeah.
He almost got it in. He almost holed out.
It was a nice shot.
Aaron, I'm gonna stop at your place after work tomorrow and drop some shirts. I'm gonna drop a bag of shirts on your porch or something. Okay. I know you're probably not gonna be home by the time I roll through, but
What time?
probably about 4:40, 4:45.
I should be here.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Well, I'm gonna swing by either way. I'll drop some shirts off because I forgot about it this week. Seeing Marissa in chat, I know they need a shirt. And then just whoever wants them, man. Whoever wants them, we'll give them. And then we'll look into getting some more made up. We'll figure out what we want to do, whether we want to do a regular logo or whatever, and see if we can't get some to some supporters of ours.
Oh.
Get down.
Wow.
Oh, keep getting better.
Wow.
Oh, Rory.
I mean, we need
Oh my.
at this point we need an NDT Squared Circle Sessions reaction show, right? So Raw or SmackDown or WrestleMania. I mean,
Something. Okay, we'll talk about this when this Masters is over, because we have something for Wednesday.
oh, do you? Nice. There you go.
So I'll talk while they're going up to the thing. All of us are joining the Executives View again Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. The cool part about this is the first 10 minutes of the show, the kids are coming in to give their predictions. So bring Lena. She's going to get 10 minutes of airtime with Malik and the other guys.
I'm coming too.
then-
Sweet.
Yep. So when they're done, we're throwing them out, and then it's just going to be, and we're going till the wheels come off. No time limit.
Okay.
So that's going to be Wednesday, 8:30. Aaron and I have been coordinating, working. We've been on the phone 3 times today. So that's going to be Wednesday night.
Okay. Are you still doing your regular show at 7?
No, we are not. We are
Okay.
going to
We're gonna
do one
combine
big
the
show.
stream to both sides.
That's okay. That's what I was going to suggest if that's not what you decided.
one big show. Yep, we're all just going to
Cool.
be in there, going to rock and roll. But Lena's free to come in and give her predictions. I'm hoping she's not listening right now, so she's not like freaking out knowing she's going to be on. But maybe you can use a little bit of leverage over her too. Like if you're not good,
yeah, I'm gonna let her know so she's prepared, so I don't like surprise her, because that's when she'll get the anxiety and be like,
yep, no. Kids are welcome to come in, give their take, their favorite match. I'll shoot a list of stuff out. We're just gonna let them have some fun.
Cool, that'll be fun. I like it. So while you're on the topic of golf here with the Masters,
yeah. Hold on, please. Sorry, excuse me.
No, go for it.
Golf needs a fucking shot clock.
I agree.
These guys sit here for so long. Like when we go golfing, there's a time limit.
It's an etiquette thing.
You're not, if you're not on pace, people get pissed.
Yep.
I mean, not so much as some of these local courses, but some of them that we play, like the cart will tell you if you're behind pace.
But
these fucking guys sit here and look at shots for 5 minutes.
As if they've never seen this stuff before.
I've seen somebody look at one. Well, I mean, granted, it was a really fucked up shot. 18 minutes before he hit the shot. And they let him do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But in a situation like this is gamesmanship. Because the longer the other person's standing there having to think about their shot, it's a problem. You know how I am. I just go up and hit the ball.
So you're saying this is akin to icing a kicker?
Yep. Because
you're also icing yourself. If you overread, if you look at this putt too long, you're gonna overthink it.
But that works. That works the same way with football with icing the kicker. Sometimes those teams screw themselves.
I think in this situation, Rose knows that McIlroy's got the better shot. He has to make this, and he's got to do everything he can to get McIlroy off his game. Rory's within 3 feet. This guy's 10 feet away.
What's up, Jacob?
So I think more like
this is his whole tournament right here.
I think the video game has a great concept. If you play the ranked version in that, you play match play. It's 9 holes. They give you a timer for the amount of time you can take for the entire hole. So it's like 2.5 minutes. Give them like 5 minutes of over the ball time and hitting the ball per hole.
Rose
like
missed
your
it,
walk
so
doesn't count.
Rory makes this
for the win.
It's over. But
he's gonna mark this too. He's not gonna tap it.
Oh, it's okay, Alex.
He's gonna make. Oh no, he's not gonna make Rory putt first.
I think he kind of knows at this point he's done.
So if Alex is a little late turning on the stream, then that means Lena has not heard anything yet.
Okay.
So I'll talk to her later.
Yep. Okay, so
I'll let her know.
He parred it. McIlroy makes this putt, he wins.
Oh man.
But again, here's where Rory struggled in the US Open. Closing the US Open, he missed 3 putts. He just missed a putt on 18.
The suspense is real, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, he has gotten the putter yips before.
The putter yips.
That's a bad word, too.
It's a thing.
That just reminds me of Sesame Street, man. The yip.
His miss is left.
He got it.
There it is.
Little clap.
He's crying. Good for him.
Congratulations, Rory.
Career Grand Slam for Rory McIlroy.
That is awesome to see.
God, he just let it out. That's his first major in 10 years, too. So that gives him the career Grand Slam, and it's the first time he's won a major in 10 years.
He's
maybe 11.
At his caddy.
He's screaming at his caddy, like excitement.
Just letting it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, what?
There's a lot of
he blamed the caddy
emotion in this.
He just said he's been holding that reaction in since 2013.
I get it.
Yep, that's the last time he won a major.
I get it, man. When you put your all into something, and that's your life.
Good for him.
That reactions.
Good sportsmanship.
Well
by
expected and well deserved. So while we're on the topic of golf, that's in the whole sports realm. Do you guys have anything else in the world of sports that caught your eye, caught your attention this week? Something you want to talk about, get off your chest, anything like that?
Torpedo
The
bats.
Braves won a couple more games.
It's about time. I didn't even pay attention to them this
I
week.
don't know how many more. I know they beat the Phillies twice.
I got the alerts on my phone every time they had a game. The start of the game, it would give me updates on the scores. I turned it off. I turned it off after that start. I was like, I can't keep looking at this. So maybe I'll turn them back on.
They won 3 games this week.
It's better,
That's an improvement.
better than their first
That's
9
an improvement.
games. I mean,
Mets are in first place.
they'll catch fire one of these days.
I want to talk about big thing here. To me, the Dodgers are in 3rd place in that division.
I mean, the Padres got the Braves to start, so
But they're in 3rd place at 11-5.
Right. But I'm just saying, everybody, and I was the biggest defender. The Dodgers are going to steamroll everybody. The Padres are just killing everyone.
and what? San Fran's in second.
San Fran's in second. They just beat the Yankees today. But yeah, LA's in 3rd place. That whole division is crazy, though. But the Rockies, you suck. But
How do you play in a stadium like that and not take advantage? Like, I don't know, man.
ownership.
I mean, I think the biggest surprise,
And no one wants to play in Colorado.
I mean, aside from that, the AL West isn't terrible. Well, I mean, they're all average.
Yeah. Mike
what
Trout's
are your
playing
Mets?
well.
What's your Mets record right now?
10-5.
10-5.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not.
And we
bad.
still have an ace in the pocket for later this year. Their number 1 prospect should be up later this year.
Who? Acuna?
Sprout.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
That kid's gonna see the big leagues this year. It's exciting.
I will. I'm gonna. This will never happen again. But I'm gonna apologize to Justin because Pete Alonso is really doing well. And I thought
having Soto in front of him is helping him. I'll tell you what. I've watched a lot of Mets games this year. Most of them. He has become very patient. He is working even if he's striking out, he's working the count better.
Yeah, he's doing well. Leading MVP candidate right now, in my opinion. I know it's early, but still.
I mean, the Care Bear's always been pretty good.
On it.
Care Bear's always been pretty good. No, he's a beast with the bat, man. He really is.
Beatty needs to save his ass. He's about to go. He needs help.
So I happened to catch a glimpse of some football on Saturday, before an event that I was at. I saw it at the bar, and I'm like, "What the hell? College football is on right now? Is this like senior? Is it senior football? Well, I don't know what the hell is going on. Is it like offense defense game? I didn't know what was going on, and then I realized it was the UFL.
UFL.
I forgot that was a thing.
Everybody has. It's just not you.
I was gonna say, like, and you know what? It wasn't, and it's not.
I was like, wait a minute. There's football in April.
Yes. Listen, man, I'm willing to give it a chance. It wasn't bad.
I've yet to watch a game. Maybe I should pull up one on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna have that stigma. Like, people are always let down by all these other leagues that come around, but it's not like they're taking nobodies into this league now, right? And haven't some of the players that have been playing in the USFL and now the UFL, haven't they gotten contracts in the NFL?
Oh, I don't know. That's how much I pay attention to it.
Yeah. Well,
honestly,
I should watch it.
Dying for me.
Overall,
NFL
included.
Yeah. I
just
didn't watch maybe one football game this year total.
I watched 2 for a total of like 20 minutes. And that was it.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I had no interest. I
Yeah,
don't
Super Bowl was
like the
really
league
good,
right
but-
now.
I think. I don't know.
It doesn't hurt that the Giants suck.
Yeah. Consider us fair weather fans. Like listen, man. To be fair, we stuck it out for a long time.
If my team's not relevant and I'm done being irrelevant.
It's been too long. Too long for a team like the Giants, a storied franchise like that with a rich history, to be this bad consistently for 10 years, 12 years. What? No. Yeah. About 13 years now. Like,
yeah.
How? That's a kid to if the Yankees were bad for a decade. Irrelevant.
Half.
Like, be quiet down there.
Aaron, just tell me, would you still watch as often as you do if they were that bad for that long? Yeah?
Yep.
What's up, Robbie?
You gotta see, football and baseball are different. Baseball, there's a lot more of it. Football, you get to watch once a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice a week if you got a Sunday game followed by a Thursday game. But baseball, I don't know.
See, if I'd
watch. I mean, I've been watching since I was a kid, and they weren't the greatest in the late 80s. They weren't great at all.
If I lived, and like, I'm not saying irrelevant in the sense that, they're terrible every year. If my team was decent every year, they don't have to make the playoffs all the time, but if they put up a fight and make it interesting, I'm cool with it. But if
the games didn't look terrible,
yeah. If it's 2-14, 2-15 seasons all the time, and you turn on the game and they're down by 20 points all the time, and it's going to happen. It's like at some point
it gets old.
But when it comes
I'm just
to
sick of watching that.
Yeah,
I still pay attention to how they're doing, and I'll check scores. But I'm not interested in watching what they're putting out right now.
Yeah.
Which kills the whole sport for me. Because if I'm not interested in my team, I don't care.
I pay attention.
Like, we'll see what they do in the
draft.
If they take Abdul Carter in the draft, there's going to be a little more interest.
I don't know. I think your interests in general are changing, though, Justin. I think your interests in general are changing.
That's what I was going to say. I think you're more, and it's not that you're not a football fan anymore. You're just more in tune with the baseball and the golf world. That's what you pay attention to more.
Yeah.
Jacob said, I watched a lot of 16 Lions. If you're a fan through the good and the bad.
And like I said, it's not that I don't pay attention to what they're doing. They just put the same product out year after year, and it's just so bad to watch.
Yeah, but
I don't like watching it. It doesn't interest me to watch my team be bad. I can know they're bad and see they're doing bad without having to physically put myself through the emotions of having to watch that. Because if I turn on a game, I'm going to care about it, and I'm going to fucking destroy myself about it.
Like, why do I like these assholes?
I'm done doing that.
Yeah.
See, I can kind of relate to you, Justin, now, because back in the late 90s, early 2000s, actually all the way through the 90s and 2000s, I was a huge basketball fan. You don't even hear me mention the sport anymore. I could sit and name every team's top starting 4 players minus 1 or 2 here and there. Some of them I do top the whole starting lineup, but now, and I'm a Knicks fan, I can't tell you who the fuck is even on the Knicks anymore, because it's just I've lost interest in it because the game is different.
Yep.
Jordan, Pippen, all those guys.
I loved watching basketball then.
We were spoiled with those people. The dream team.
You know what? I found myself watching a lot more recently, only because it's one of the only sports that's on at 11 o'clock at night sometimes. Hockey. I'm in the middle. I've always bounced around in hockey. Like, I liked the Devils for a while, and then I got out of watching hockey, and then I went with the Penguins. I'm literally just going to sit back and watch the rest of the season, and then I'm going to pick a team to fucking root for next year and just do it.
Hockey's starting to grow on me a little bit. So
I'm
Fast pace, a lot of back and forth.
honestly liking some of the Canadian teams right now. I've seen a lot of them. Like the first one I watched was
I stand with
they
Pat
called it
McAfee.
the battle for Alberta. So I think it was Edmonton and the Canucks. And like I turned it on, and within 5 minutes there was a fucking fight, and I was like, I like this.
That's awesome.
Speaking of fighting,
yeah,
I haven't
no,
watched
I
UFC
found
in a long
myself-
time.
I found myself turning hockey on when I'm bored. Or sitting here playing a video game, I'll put it up on the computer.
I honestly thought you were gonna say billiards or something.
No, hockey.
I can see him saying that too. I was watching
Right?
pool.
Right? I was watching.
I
that
used
pool
to.
league.
I have.
I can't.
Like we were talking about last week, the Ocho. Those are all the sports that I think Justin would watch right now because they're all the ones that he would play. Right?
ESPN
Cornhole,
used
darts.
to have pool.
I know. You're telling me
I
that,
used to
which
watch
is news
it
to
all
me
the
because I never
time.
watched it. But cornhole and darts and pool and
That one lady,
tractor
they used to
racing.
call her the Black Widow or Spider or something. She was fucking good.
How do you get a nickname like Spider in a sport like that?
I think it was Black Widow.
Hockey games are super fun, Alex said. I've never been to one. I guess we should go to a
they're so
Penguins
fun to
game
go
over
to.
in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, they are fun.
They're
I'll tell you.
so much fun to go to.
I'll tell you a story where we're not live.
Oh, okay. That sounds perfect. I can't wait.
But I don't want to out this guy online, so
It's okay.
I don't want to piss me tomorrow.
Listen, you should get him on the show then. You know some of
I
these
might.
guys.
I might.
The NHL, Jacob says the NHL is the only league besides the NFL with team parity, no 2 or 3 super teams, and the rest being trash like the NBA. Yeah, I like that. I like the parity, man. If it's the same teams year after year, like we've been discussing this on this podcast with how we feel the Major League Baseball needs to have some sort of salary cap, but then again, how do you do it? I think every sports league needs a salary cap. Otherwise, you get a rich group of owners that can just buy all the best players and have the biggest advantage. There's no guarantee that team's going to win every year because you still need them to mesh. They still need to do their thing. And I still believe that once these guys get their money, that effort's not there. Like, especially if they're getting a 10-year deal or more.
Here's the thing. What's the only league in the last 5 years to expand? The NHL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Vegas. They brought a team into Seattle. They moved a team to Utah. They put a team back in Winnipeg.
I didn't know they moved a team to Utah. When did that happen?
The Phoenix Coyotes.
Really?
To Utah.
Were they Salt Lake? Or
Yeah.
somewhere else? Yeah. I did not know that they went there.
I mean, the Columbus hasn't had it, or maybe Columbus is the team that went to Winnipeg. But Columbus had a team like they've been growing.
You know who I miss? I miss the Hartford Whalers. From my 95 NHL.
They may
game for
be. I
Sega
think
Genesis.
they might have a team. I'm not sure.
Baseball hasn't
like-
expanded since '98.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pre-2000. Last two were
And-
Diamondbacks and the Rays. Nothing.
Hockey's the kind of sport new teams are winning championships. The
Yeah.
Vegas team won a championship within the first 3 years. I think they were in the Stanley Cup their first season.
The Knights. Yep.
Like,
I think that Nashville needs to start dipping into the pro sports market more. They have the Predators, but I think they need an MLB team.
That's who I started liking years back was the Predators.
Yep. I love their color scheme.
When they had their that's why I like them. When they had their run in the playoffs, that I forget what season it was. It was
they lost to the Penguins.
Yeah, they had that run, and I actually watched a lot of the games. I was like, all right, I dig these guys. I think this is gonna be my team. Screw the Devils.
Their defense was fucking gross.
Yeah.
That year.
They hit hard too.
Yeah, they were fucking vicious.
Man, now you're gonna get me watching that. I'm gonna have to watch a few more hockey games.
There you go. Give you something to do.
Yeah. I have something. I feel like I always have something to do, but yeah, something to do to relax. Something to do to relax. Like I'm ready for
By
the warm
PGA
weather to
on
hit too.
fucking PS5. Fucking super
Bro,
relaxing.
I pretend to be a dinosaur on my PS5 right now. Super relaxing. That's Alex and my go-to now. We pretend
Thinking
to be
about
dinosaurs.
getting MLB.
Fun.
It's
So
another game to aggravate myself with.
the sports games are cool, but you're really just paying for an updated roster. Like there's a certain point where it's like it's
Golf
the same
does it every
year.
2 years.
I have a hard time with the sports games.
I honestly wish most of the sports would do every 2 years.
It would probably
Update the
be better.
rosters for
Yes.
the season in between, because you're not changing much in the game.
Yeah.
You're really only changing the roster, and then make a big change every 2 years.
I'm with you on that. I can
But
get
they're
behind
still
that.
selling a shitload of them, so they're going to keep doing it this way.
Yep, exactly. But that's why I don't
So-
buy them all the time. I'm also forbidden from buying Madden anymore as of
No.
like 2015.
Why?
I want to buy.
That
He
was
gets nasty.
that was a bad game for me. I would get very mad at that game, and I would say words that I should not say around children.
It's 10 years. You've reformed. Go ahead and buy it.
I have, you know what? I have reformed, but also, I mean, just saying for the record, back when I played all the sports video games, I was a much better sports fan. Along with watching the games, I would play the games and I would learn all the rosters. I would know all the players. It got me more into the actual sport.
And I think that's why I like the golf game.
It's getting
And
you
I
to
think
know the
that's-
whole.
I
whole
think that's
rosters.
why. No, honestly, I think playing the game helps me
Learn
play.
Yeah, it helps you learn the sport a
Because
little
like
bit.
the animations in the games nowadays are just so on point. I'm looking.
Well,
I just
yeah,
watch it
just-
and I go, "That's fucking." I can try that, and I start trying it, and like around the green, Aaron can tell you, you get me within 30 yards of the green, and I'm just like shooting darts.
I mean,
How
these
about-
guys go in with the suits and everything. They get their actual swings in the game.
Yep.
Why don't you explain the process when you're on the green, Justin?
No, because that doesn't ever end well anyway. And I haven't done that this year yet, asshole.
Do you lay down on your stomach?
No,
No.
this guy would stare.
I'll walk it out. I'll
walks
walk
to
to
the
the hole.
pin.
I count my steps so I know how far it is. It helps with me controlling the distance. And it does help. That was proven.
So-
Was it not?
Get a rangefinder.
Well,
Not for the green.
Why not?
It's easier to
no,
just walk it
let's
out.
Just walk it. So what I did was the first time we went to the simulator in the winter, Justin had his first putt, and I walked in front of him and walked up to the screen and walked back, and he got so mad. He's like, "You're an asshole." It was funny.
That's too much.
It works for him. I give him credit. It works for him. I don't
Yeah,
have
man.
the patience. I don't have the
Whatever works.
patience for that shit.
And that's what I got from watching Bryson DeChambeau, his YouTube channel. I saw him doing it, and then he explained what he was doing, and I was like, that fucking makes sense. Figure three feet a step, you just get your distance, and then like you have a spot in your swing for like a given distance or range. And it gets me close. I may not read the break the right way, but my speed is okay.
That's good though. To each their own, man. Whatever works for you.
It works for him.
Seriously.
I just like,
Not even making fun. Whatever works for you.
oh, I'm making fun.
He is, and
Everyone-
I have no
listen.
shame. I don't give a shit.
Everyone has their own thing when it comes to literally everything. As long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters, right?
I was sitting watching
Absolutely.
the Masters the other day, the opening round. I think it was Thursday afternoon. And I said, there's absolutely no way in hell any of us would be allowed at that course when this was going on, because we would not be able to be quiet enough to watch it and not get thrown out.
Right.
So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure they heard me scream when Rory missed the
Mm.
first one.
That golf etiquette. I just
I have none.
I couldn't play if I wasn't allowed to wear shorts and a t-shirt.
Dude,
Like,
we played Elmhurst last year. They made us tuck in our shirts.
Nope. If I had to do that, I'm
I
leaving.
had to turn my hat around.
Yeah, your hat couldn't be on backwards. You had to tuck your shirt in.
So-
I was like, nope.
Listen, I'm glad you said that because I started thinking about this the other day in regards to the hat thing. I had it on and I'm like, you know what? It just, ever since I was a kid, people look at you differently when you wear a hat backwards. It's considered disrespectful, but if you wear it forwards, it's okay. You're
preaching to the fucking choir.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. That's why I'm bringing it up. Like I had this thought. I'm like, what makes wearing a hat forward any different than wearing it backwards? Like you come into my establishment, you better have that hat on forward. You still got a hat on. It's just the direction of the brim. Where did this start and where did this come from? Like, where did this stigma begin?
Idea.
I think that's a good homework assignment for Justin for next Monday's show.
Tell us where the stigma came
I'll
from.
figure it out right the
He's
fuck
going to look it
now.
up right now.
Like, did it was there a certain group of like bad eggs or something? Like some badass dudes who were causing
It's
trouble and they all wore the hat backwards?
Probably
Like, I don't understand.
go back to something like that. But
That's the same
just
with the
dumb.
stigma with tattoos. However, nowadays you can be in a lot more professions and have tattoos. It's not looked down upon as much as it was back when I was younger.
I'll let you know May 1st.
Nurses, doctors, police officers. It's getting more acceptable. But please do, Aaron, let me know.
Yeah, because I started this project
You're going to finish it and see what happens?
October 1st, the minute we went into long sleeve shirts. You can see now it's going to be covered May 7th.
So do the higher ups know? Have they seen? Ooh. So is this one of those situations where it's is it better to ask forgiveness than permission?
It's going to be like, well, here's a magic eraser. If you can get it off, I'll gladly do it. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
So like face tattoos are still taboo, Aaron says. And you know what, Simmons? It's the look of them. Like, I don't know. Your face is who you are. So I kind of understand that one. That is you. That's your identifier.
Some people need a face tattoo.
I mean, yeah. I see. So there's a couple different things on the face tattoo subject too. Like there are people that are tattooing their women tattooing eyebrows permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Right. First off, you shave your eyebrows and start coloring them on every day. What's wrong with natural? I don't understand that. Number two, there are women getting freckles tattooed on their faces, permanent freckles. Which, by the way,
now.
I'm not a fan of the face tattoos.
No,
I'm okay with that being taboo.
Natural freckles are adorable, by the way. So any of you women who cover up your freckles with makeup, there's something wrong. Like, don't worry about your freckles. They're nice. Freckles are great.
Hear that, Justin? Don't cover your freckles.
I see those freckles under that beard. Don't cover it with your beard, man. Don't cover it. On an episode of Ink Master, they were tattooing eyelids. The eyelids, the eyeballs. How about the people that get the eyeball, the whites? Not just how that looks. How does that feel? We're not even on topic with the subject that I put in for tonight. Like I did want to get to that eventually, but just keep going. How the hell?
What kind of waiver did they have to sign for that? If we make you blind, it's not our fault.
Right? Like, I don't understand.
Nope.
No, thank you.
So, oh my God. Do they numb it or do they just go right for it? Like, do you have
they raw dog that bitch. They might put eye drops in.
Where it holds it open? They raw dog. They clamp it open? Like torture style? Like how? I can't.
They probably same way they do laser eye surgery. I'm sure they put a clamp in there and leave your eye open.
Yeah. Oh.
But nope, I wouldn't want that part. I don't care if you put numbing drops in there. Tattoos hurt days after when you're done. I don't know.
Okay. So another one. How do you feel about the tongue splitting?
No.
So
I mean, do you if you like it, that's fine, do it. But not for me. I'm not going to judge your personality. I'm just going to judge the way you look.
And judge the way they perform certain activities.
No, I would never.
So back when I first heard about he must have
back when he first experienced this.
No, back when I first heard about the tongue splitting thing, I met someone that had it done, and I'm like, that's crazy. But there, the explanation I was told is the tongue has 2 different muscles or something, and you could split it down the middle and have independent control of either side. But now the most recent video I've seen of this tongue splitting, the chick had it split into 4. And she controlled each section independently. That's insane.
Turned into a fucking octopus. It's she's fucking Ursula.
That's crazy. She's Ursula. Okay, that works. She's Ursula. I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird stuff that people do to their bodies. Like, and you know what? A lot of this shit's on that TLC channel. Like these people that have these fucked up things that they do, like the people putting the dermal implants and shit to make it look like they got bumps for like little horns on their head and shit. You see that?
People get full horns put on. Yeah,
like wild. I mean, again, do you? But like, don't be pissed off when people stare.
Getting scales put on or something.
Yes!
Like he's trying to like become a lizard.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Like they get all those.
Like
dermal
he's had like
didn't
he have like a tail put on, or I don't know. He's just fucking. I mean, do you? I'm going to judge you though. How can you not?
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess the point we're trying to get across is maybe there's a limit. Maybe don't mutilate your body completely. I don't know.
It's your body. Do what you want.
Yeah.
But don't get mad at people when you get funny looks, because that's not normal.
I'm curious.
I'm glad you're being yourself.
I'm curious as to what link this is that he sent you.
It's the
eyeball tattoo.
Oh, it's the tongue splitting link, and I'm not even going to put it up in this. No.
Is it too bad?
Number one, YouTube will probably ban us again for not giving credit for videos, but I watched part of it.
Copyrighted.
No, sir. Thank you, though. I will share it later in our group, and you can watch it at your leisure, but it's disgusting.
Oh, no, thanks. You can keep that.
Wild. All right. So, do we have anything else about all this stuff? We want to.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. It's all this. So let's talk about.
Where did we come from?
This is the show. NDT Nonsense and Deep Thoughts.
Welcome back, Justin.
We start here, and then we go here, and then we go up here, and end up all the way over here. So I don't know, man.
All right, let's talk about your wolves, buddy.
So, did you see the news? What happened? That this company has claimed to, they're called Colossal Biosciences. They've claimed to have brought back the dire wolf, which went extinct 12,500 years ago. You see any of this, Justin?
Yep. He was on Rogan.
Yeah, I did see, I just heard about this within the last week and a half. And as I'm looking through some articles earlier, I saw that there was a Rogan clip. I was like, of course, Rogan already talked about it, but that's all right. We're us. We're not Rogan. We're not on that level yet, but we can still cover it. Just because I think that the idea of cloning is interesting in and of itself. There are a lot of skeptics out there now, too, in regards to the whole dire wolf thing. So this company, Colossal, they've claimed to have already brought back a red wolf. Now the dire wolf as well. And there was another one that they were working on that I cannot remember the name of. Like, I couldn't pronounce the name if I tried. I'd have to listen to the video I watched earlier today again. But there are other scientists out there now that are saying that what they did is unique and interesting and everything, but it's not really a dire wolf. So it's kind of like along the same lines of Jurassic Park, where Like they brought these dinosaurs back, but they're not really what they were because they had to splice in genes from different species and whatnot. Well, this company did the same exact thing. Like they talked about genetic code. They didn't just like pull DNA out of one of these fossils, apparently like a tooth or something that they found in a skull. They didn't just take that and create a new one. Like they mixed it with a gray wolf or a timber wolf. No, great North American gray wolf. North American gray wolf. And they had to do some different things with the genetic code. And then they used, I think they said they used just a dog. I don't know what the fuck dog it was. They said a dog was the surrogate that gave birth to these wolf pups. But like there's two of them are 6 months old. The brothers Romulus and Remus. And then you have Khaleesi, the female, which is 3 months old. But the two older ones are huge already. And they're only halfway grown.
I love the reference to Romulus out of Biodome, first of all. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But here's my question.
Yeah.
Why? Why do you want to do this? What's the point? What purpose does it serve? Nature takes its course for a reason. So, and you brought up the best movie. Have we not learned anything from watching Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
What in the world are they thinking? You don't know what kind of cataclysmic event this is going to cause. They're extinct for a reason.
Yeah. So
my 2 cents. Why do it? Why
you've heard this company has like created a new mouse.
The woolly mouse.
The woolly mouse. Because they're working on trying to create a woolly mammoth.
But why?
So to test if they are doing it the right way, they found a mouse and then found the closest thing that related from the mouse to something before it and spliced those together and got what they expected. So the next thing is a woolly mammoth.
So to answer your question, Aaron, why would they want to bring back a woolly mammoth? Justin, I don't know if you remember this episode. I think you and I actually
for the permafrost.
Yeah, we discussed this on an episode in the early days of this podcast because Joe Rogan had someone on at that point in time. They were talking about the same shit. This was about 4 years ago. They were talking about bringing it back to pack down the permafrost, which is thawing at an alarming rate, or so they said back then. But Justin's right, because they're saying those huge fauna, the woolly mammoth and all the other ones that were alive during the Ice Age, their main thing was packing down the permafrost, keeping that ground frozen solid, keeping that land intact. And now that it's thawing, they're like, oh, hey, maybe we bring these things back. Aaron, I'm with you.
And the plan was they were going to create, I think, 10 of them and like give them space up in Siberia.
Yes, Siberia. Yep. And they said they were going to use an Asian elephant. They were going to cross whatever genetic code they have.
Asian or
DNA
African?
It was Asian. Because I thought it was weird too. I was like, as far as size goes, I thought it was weird that they were using an Asian elephant. That's how I remember it was that. Because I was like, I think smaller.
Genetically, they matched.
Yeah, that might have been it. So that's what they were going to do. And the interesting thing with that was they had said it would be about 5 years. It would be about 5 years before they had the first one done. Well, that was about 4 years ago or so. So here we are. They're doing dire wolves. They're talking about woolly mice and stuff like that.
The guy that Rogan had on was the same guy.
Was it? I'd be interested to know that because I don't remember who the guy was back then.
He was saying the reason they haven't done it with a woolly mammoth yet is because the gestational period's like 18 months.
Yeah.
They try it on the mouse because the mouse's gestational period's like 13 days.
Yeah, so Aaron,
and the wolves, the dog is what, 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, I think 4 months sounds about right, give or take. But I'm with Aaron on why. Aaron, I'm with you on why.
This is my biggest gripe with this whole thing. Okay. Why do we have people trying to recreate animals instead of trying to find ways to save humans, such as cancer research and all this other money. I know I don't care. Big pharma, you lose too much money on cancer treatments to save people. But that's where this focus should be. If you can recreate an animal that's dead and not even here again, you should be able to find a way to kill cancer cells.
Yeah, and you know what?
So
Then you could create all the Tyrannosaurus hippopotamuses you fucking want.
here's my issue with all of this. We're living out two movies at once.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park meets fucking Terminator.
I said the same fucking thing yesterday. I said the same thing.
What
don't
the
learn.
fuck?
We'll
What do we
throw
pay attention
Contagion
to?
in there,
Because they
too.
both end
Yeah.
badly.
That's what I'm saying, man. We got the AI that's going to destroy us, and now we got recreated animals that are going to destroy us. It's honest to God,
And
if
they're
they
gonna
can
live
get
peacefully with the fucking AI.
Yeah,
We're
if
gonna
w-
be destroyed, and it's gonna go back prehistoric. That's the cycle. That's the cycle.
yeah,
I know who built the pyramids. The
we
last set of fucking AI drones.
did. Oh, okay. I'm telling you,
then-
man.
AI was so sentient, they got curious and they recreated humans, and we took back over. And it's just a vicious cycle. There's the new fucking theory,
Justin, that sounds like a movie. You should write it.
bro.
that down.
That's
Jot it down. Let's
I'm
go.
so high
I'll
right
help
now.
you. Bro, I'll help you with it. Let's go. Listen,
I'm
we used to
so fucking good.
we used to write a lot back in middle school. You remember those days? Let's do it again. Let's get something. Pen to paper. Pen to paper, baby. Pen to paper. But yeah, honestly, if they've made the woolly mouse and then they actually succeed with the woolly mammoth and they pull that off, I don't think we're far off from them recreating a dinosaur. I just pray that it's a small one first.
It doesn't matter what.
Please give me a compy. One of them. A little chicken. Don't go straight for the T-Rex, please.
Have you seen my mini velociraptor?
My God. You can see people carrying around dinosaurs in those little bags like they carry
That's
chihuahuas.
the
in.
problem. That's going to reprocreate and it's going to eat
And-
us then. They had their
Our-
shot. It's done.
Aaron, our biggest problem as humans is, we have this curiosity and we have this desire to know everything and to be able to do everything. And science and scientists, it's at the point where they just want to play God so that they can say, look, I did this. Yeah. So I'm with you. Why do we need to do this? First off, bring back these animals that have been dead for a long time. I can understand wanting to bring back an animal that we personally, helped go extinct because of humans. I can understand that, the preservation aspect, which is another thing this colossal company works on, is preservation.
Start cloning animals now that are going extinct.
Yes. Yeah. Preservation.
Pandas.
Exactly.
But there's-
Bison.
Pandas are natural selection, though. We didn't do that. Have you seen pandas on video? They're dumb
I
as
love
shit.
pandas. Save the fucking panda.
I love them too, but they're dumb as shit, man.
They're
They
dumb
get
as
they get themselves into these messes. Jacob from Sunday Night Army. By the way, guys, if you like music, make sure you go check out the Sunday Night Army podcast. He's got a great show over there, critically acclaimed. You definitely want to go check it out. But were dinosaurs real? He says.
Do we really want to fucking find out?
I mean,
Do we want to take that
So-
chance?
here's number one Panda Express. Number one, Jacob. A T-Rex was actually a dragon. Now, think about it. I've said this multiple times on this show. If you compare a T-Rex skeleton to an ostrich skeleton, they're almost identical. They both got those little tiny arms. So they weren't really arms that did nothing. They were wings. Okay. So wyvern, dragon, that's what a T-Rex was. Now they're finding out that all these dinosaurs, they probably had feathers. So they're more closely related to birds rather than lizards, which makes sense when it comes to raptors and everything else like that. So, and there's all these cultures from around the world before world travel was a thing that all mentioned dragons in their lore. They didn't say the word dinosaurs. They used the word dragons. Okay. I'm sure that dragons and dinosaurs are one and the same. And at some point, these animals existed. Do I think it was like 100 million years ago? I don't know, because I don't know if I trust the dating of the rock that they're finding all this in. But I think they were real.
Probably way longer than that.
Way longer than that. What do you think it was? Like 200 million years ago? Do you think that the Earth is really that old? It's now we can get into some biblical and religious type of stuff if you guys want, but we only got like 5 minutes.
I'm waiting for this. I knew this was going to come up at some point.
What?
This is turning into when was the Earth created and your anti-God movement and everything else. So.
No, I wasn't. I'm not even saying nothing like that. It's just
dragons are mentioned in the Bible like 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
Good for dragons.
Did you know that? Did you know baseball is mentioned in the Bible too?
Is it really?
Yeah, in the beginning.
Tell me about it. In the beginning.
So was coffee. Coffee's got its own book in the Bible, Hebrews.
Working is mentioned too. The book of Jobs.
Yep.
I mean,
Job.
The book of Job.
Yeah. Constipation was mentioned in there a few times too. Yeah. Moses took 2 tablets, headed for the hills. King David sat on the throne for over 3,000 years. It's all over the place.
Giants are mentioned in the Bible. Giants were real. Do we want to get into giants and Nephilim?
The Nephilim.
Justin's rolling his eyes. These are fun topics.
Don't forget the Earth is flat too, Corey.
You got me. You almost got me, dude.
The firmament, man. You got to be careful of that dome. Friggin' SpaceX, they can't launch anything without it exploding in the dome. You see that? Every time it explodes in the dome.
The Biodome with Romulus.
I want to watch Biodome.
I want to watch it again now just because we brought it up.
Also Son-in-Law. I got to watch Son-in-Law again. I saw that over on Disney Plus or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. Pauly Shore's a nitwit.
He's got so many movies on there. We watched Encino Man a few weeks ago. So good. You know what I want to talk about on here one day? But it's going to take some research. It's going to take some looking things up and everything. Maybe we could do it together. Is Tartaria. I want to learn about Tartaria, the super advanced civilization that is no more.
Here, Corey, I'm going to let you.
They were AI.
Corey, I'm going to let you deal with this question.
Yes, Justin, let's do it. Okay, but serious question. If a born blind person dreams, what do they see? That's a good goddamn question. Do they see nothingness?
Whatever their mind creates.
Well, that's like, I asked this question a while ago too.
It's a good question.
If you're born deaf, what language do you think in?
This is
the language that you read.
This is good. The answer to that's going to be the part that gets me super confused is they don't have an inner voice. They don't have those inner thoughts. They can't read. How do they learn to read? Because it's the same as these people who have no inner voice. They can't think things inside their head. They have to do it out loud. And that
just because they're deaf doesn't mean they don't have an inner voice.
But how do you know what yourself would sound like?
Yeah,
like,
I hear myself.
We learn to read by the sounds of the words and the vowels, the letters and the vowels.
It sounds.
If you're never taught that way because you can't hear it, how do you read it?
This is the soft spot of mine.
I know, and I know why. I need a born deaf person to come on this show. We're going to have to get closed captioning, and we're going to have to figure this out.
Not closed captioning. You need a translator. You ain't going to
do the friggin'
we'll type shit up on the screen. I don't know. I got to figure this out. Jacob,
I know they know how to read. Like,
what are you doing research on? Tartaria right now?
How do you read that though, Justin, if you don't know what the words and the syllables sound like?
That's a very good question.
I'm looking at the background.
That's like,
NDT. I know what you know how the sounds are. If you can't physically hear that, how do you read it?
Because they do pick up sounds and tones, and they can put them together. So
there's different levels of it though. There's different levels of it.
No, my aunt was is full deaf. Like they obviously hear like bass and feel
Vibrations,
shit, but
the resonance.
That's different than reading
I
a
can
word, though.
when she can speak, it's not very clear, but you can understand. I can understand her, and like she hits the sounds. Like, so they understand it. How I don't know.
That's what I'm curious. How do you learn that? Like, I can understand the vibration and the decibels. You can feel stuff, but if I'm talking to you and just for argument's sake, you're deaf.
Well, here's the thing. They read your lips, so you can't tell me they don't have an inner voice. They read your lips.
But that's what I want to know. How did they learn the language without
We're not
hearing
saying that
the
they
language?
can't. We're not saying that they can't. We're saying how do they?
How do they? I'm not saying it's impossible, but I want to know how. That's like if she's trying to read lips and we take her to Spain, someone's talking to her in Spanish. It's a totally different verbiage. There's no way she's going to understand what the hell they're saying.
But here's the thing. There's also a different sign language.
Okay, and if it's sign language,
don't understand.
That's what I'm saying. It's so complex.
There's ASL, which is American Sign Language. Europe has its own sign language. Mexico has its own or Spanish has its own sign language. It's weird.
I guess because some things are different culturally, and we would make different gestures for different things culturally.
Sign language, wouldn't that be like the easiest one to make like a global language?
Like a universal? Yeah, absolutely.
And if someone was smart enough to make that idea, do it. Make a mint off that. Everybody knows what this means.
But it's so ingrained in cultures now that it's not going to be possible.
If you hit the reset button now and start teaching the newer kids coming up, just like this Common Core math bullshit, you can do it.
Yeah. Sidebar, I think every school, every curriculum should teach sign language from a young age.
Absolutely.
The same way I'll just coincide with English.
It should be it should be an option for like a secondary language. It should be considered like a Spanish.
Like an elective, yeah. That'd be a good idea.
It's its own language.
Because now we're getting into the deep stuff, Opie. But we could save it for next week. We could save it. It's always nice to have topics in the pocket. You know what I mean?
We're gonna be going off the rails next week because we're gonna be chomping at the bit to watch Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, we can get into some stuff quick tomorrow or next week. Might be a little bit of a short show, but we'll see. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're cool with that.
I love when Justin thinks.
No, I'm just thinking of whether I'm not going to bring it up. I was going to bring up. Nah, I'm good. I don't know if I should.
You want to see if someone wants to come on and could talk to us about it.
No. Just no.
It's a sensitive area. I got you.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just doesn't want to start something that's going to go on for another 45 minutes. Maybe.
Kind of.
All right. So is that going to do it for tonight?
Yes. I'll give one more plug. Remember, this coming Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are doing a massive crossover show.
That means I get to sleep in.
WrestleMania preview with the crew from the Executives View podcast. It will be all of us. The first 10 minutes of the show, we're going to have some very special young guests with us. The children will be giving their predictions as to what they think is going to happen. It's on WrestleMania 41 this coming weekend.
Lena, plug your ears.
So they're going to have a good time. Want them prepared. Have some good time with us. But after the 10-15 minute mark, we are shutting the stream down. We are throwing you out, and then the adults are taking back over.
That's right.
Yes. So we will be live.
So I get to leave after 15 minutes? Fuck yeah.
That's fine.
Justin,
you're going to want to stick around for this.
The kids section.
You're going to want to stick around for this. So that's all I got, my guy.
Perfect. Is that it, Justin?
That's it, buddy.
All right, guys. So until Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m., we will see you all
later.